Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Paul, as you've guessed, very proud father of a blushing bride, beautiful bride. Firstly, Cara and I would like to thank you all for joining us here today, especially those of you that have come from away. Time has flown by, but every moment has been a cherished memory. I remember every memory. Firstly, Cara and I would like to thank you all for joining us here today, especially those of you that have come from away. I know there's quite a lot of people that's come far. We appreciate the time and effort you made to come here. It's beautiful to have you all together, to see you all. And hopefully later I'll be able to come around and speak to people that I haven't spoke to yet. Josh, after seeing how you've cared to support Kiara right from the start, which has been over quite a few years, we realised fairly early on, Cara and I, and the rest of the family, that you were the one for her. And it's been so beautiful to watch over the years to see someone that deserves Kiara. And you deserve Kiara. You deserve each other. Whether in a New York orphanage or under the sea, your talent has shone through. Over the years, you've dealt with chronic illness, pain, dignity, and maturity. More recently, you've shown your exceptional parenting skills as the most wonderful mother. And I truly mean this when I say this, and I don't say things lightly. If I say anything, I truly mean it. I'm a better man for having been blessed with such a remarkable daughter. Talented, yeah, definitely. Well, you've seen that today, haven't you? Talented, compassionate, kind, exceptionally good looking. You know where she gets that from, don't you? Yeah? No, from Cara, of course. Your mummy, who's also a wonderful woman. Kiara, you know, I can put all this down in words, but what I truly mean when I say that I'm so proud of you. You'll always be my wee girl, and I'll always be there for you. I love you very much.
Hello. Yeah, cool, nice. Mic works. So, given that we gave each other a lot of grief when we were younger, Josh giving me the mic today is the worst decision of his life. No, but I'd like to say a few words about my big brother and what to say about Josh on his wedding day. Many things that I cannot repeat, that's for sure. But Josh has definitely given us a few opportunities to worry about him in the past. From being found at 4 a.m. asleep in the porch after a night out in the cold, to getting lost in London and being rescued by a man that we affectionately know as Chechnyan Tony. But anytime I've seen Josh come remotely close to falling down, he's always inspired us by coming back twice as strong. And I really treasure... didn't think I'd do that. I really treasure the small things about being his brother. Just chatting about life and things, so... he knows too how to show how he loves us all. A bit unconventionally with me last time, a bit worse for wear at Christmas once. I was helping him, just once. No. I was helping him to the loo, and he was leaning on me, and he said, "I love you, Sam," and then he bit my nipple. And I just don't understand, but there's some sort of message in there for all of us. But all jokes aside, it's not a surprise to see how Josh always does so well, because he cares about what's important. He's loyal, he's kind, he's quick off any mark, and I won't ever say this again, but he's quite funny. And I know that in Kiara, he's found someone who's just the same. And it's phenomenal that they're raising such a wonderful family together. We're also excited for your future together, and we know that you're going to do it brilliantly. And we know, Josh, that you have all the support of everyone here, and you have the support of your children. But today, you have, most importantly, support of your most wonderful wife. To Josh and Kiara.
Kiara, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and as a symbol of my love and commitment.
and as a symbol of my love and commitment.
Well, do you want to slip that on?
Josh, I give you this ring
As a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and as a symbol of my love and commitment.
and as a symbol of our love and commitment.
That's it. Do you want to slip that on?
Well, thanks, Sam, for setting me off, and Josh, at the ceremony there, you set the scene for what will probably be an evening of lots of blubbering. And if I happen to go through this short speech, I will be pleased to have been there with you. You are both wonderful, and I am thankful for you to let me say a few words tonight. When I was thinking about this, I thought just a couple of minutes, and just to say how wonderful it is to see you together, and to welcome you, Kiara, to the family. We're very delighted to have you as being part of the family, and so from the Alna and Scut side, welcome. So Josh isn't always out there at the front saying stuff, but he's a deeply thinking, lovely, fine fella. And I think you knew that, and you spotted it. And it's fabulous that you're both together, and we're delighted to have you all in our extended family. So thank you so much. Well done.
Before I get into the meat of the speech, even though it sounds like it's already kind of started, I want to share a little history about the role of the best man, because I had no idea about this and I found it super interesting. And then I started to feel honored that I was actually the best man because of where it stems from. So back in medieval times, and me and Josh used to love medieval stuff. We used to always play the medieval games together in his room, and on TV we watched it as well. So the best man was essentially chosen as the swordsman to the medieval weddings. And that was, he was chosen for his strength and his skill to protect the bride-to-be, because he was assigned to make sure that no one would come and thieve the bride away. So she's still here, so I think I did a pretty good job. So one standout memory for me is from when we were kids. I had this uncle that was in the military, and he'd take us to his army camp, and we'd just go around collecting all the bullet shells from the grass. And I brought it back one day, and I'm surprised I could take it to school, but I could take it to school. And then Josh found it. Josh saw it. I showed Josh. He was like, "Oh man, that's so cool." And we used to go around each other's house. I went around his house, and Josh was like, "Come upstairs to my room." So I went upstairs to his room, and he opened up his curtains, and there was this big slime just drawing down his window. I was like, "Man, that's so cool." He's like, "Yeah, it starts off like this, and then it turns into like an image." And then I was like, "Cool." He was like, "Do you want to trade some bullets for it?" I don't know if you remember that, dude, but I traded my bullets for his slime. And then the next day he comes around mine, he sees his slime on my window, and he goes, "I want my slime back." And I didn't want to give it to him, but I'm not sure if I did. I honestly can't remember if I gave it to you. But that was, it took me a while to think of that one, but I like that memory.
Kiara is the only person I've ever encountered who can outdo me with weird and wonderful medical issues and rival my questionable relationship history. Again, the less said about that, the better. So, it won't shock you to hear that when I received a phone call from Kiara saying that she fancied her boss, who was 7 years older than her, and ginger, I wasn't exactly convinced that this was happily ever after. But how wrong I was. From the first time I met Josh, seeing him get extremely drunk and telling me how beautiful Kiara is, but shh, don't tell her, I knew that this could be something special. It was that night that Josh received his first "If you hurt her, I will hunt you down" warning, which he came to realise would continue to be repeated multiple times a year until he finally put a ring on it. Sir, you are absolved from the warnings. The way they look at each other hasn't changed from the giddy will they won't they phase to where they sit today. And they really are a shining example of what meant to be looks like.
I'm honestly so grateful that Kiara said yes. When I asked Kiara to marry me, I proposed after what some people would say was a long time in a relationship on our 5th year anniversary. I took Kiara and proposed on a balcony. I had a ring hidden in my pocket and gave Kiara the most awkward hug ever. I didn't want her to fill the box, and she said, she still says to this day, as she thought our chemistry had died in that moment. Not only is she way out of my league in beauty, she's also so selfless. She's so kind and will put herself last in any situation if it means someone will benefit from it that she loves. She's strong, and what she has done for our amazing 4 children, I can't even describe how much of a brilliant mother you are. She truly is the love of my life, and I can't wait for us to start our next chapter.